Hello and welcome back to Lemans 24 Hours on the Dreamcast. Today we'll be tackling the final championship, which is set to be an interesting one, as the title is Winter Challenge. Every other race so far has either been sunny or in the rain, torrential rain, so we'll have to see what happens when it adds snow to the mix, or I assume snow. We haven't had snow yet. I don't know what it's going to do. Let's pick a car, and I think I decided last episode that I was going to pick the Panoz, wherever it's gone. There we are. Let's flick through and see what else we had to pick from. The open top ones. I've already driven the green R390, so I'm not going to pick that. I do love this car, but I've already driven the green one. There's not too much difference. I'm going to pick the Panoz. I will save this car for one of the Lemans races. So there we go, there's the Panoz. You've got an intermediate. My name is Shiro. And we have round 1 of 3. So there's 3 races, 15 laps. So that's going to be 45 laps, something like an hour and a half. That's guesstimating anyway. And although the weather there says sort of like rainy, I'm going to assume they just don't have a logo for it and it's going to be snowy. So I don't know what tyres to pick. What tyres do you pick for snow when you don't have snow tyres? I'm going to assume wets, because where the other cars will have been driving, there'll be like a really wet stream of just wet road. So I'm going to say wets. Someone in the comments is going to know which tyres to pick, but yeah, it's snowy, apparently. Anyway, I'm ready, I think. Let's give this a go. I have no idea what this is going to be like. I don't know what this game does for snow. This is what I've been building up to the entire championship, or the entire playthrough rather. I don't know what it's going to do. Okay. Ooh, that looks bad. Ooh dear. It doesn't look like snow though. It looks more like just very bad rain. Just weave through here. Maybe it'll develop to snow later. Sorry, bad hit. So, 15 laps, but we are on wet tyres. But way too early then. I imagine we'll be pitting maybe twice, I don't know. Yeah, we're pitting twice for fuel, really. Because generally, wet tyres in a wet race last quite a long time. Brakes. Better get round all the Vipers. So we've got 15 laps and 15 cars. Overtake 1 car per lap, but that'd be very slow. But yeah, I don't think it's snow. It's just like, I guess it just rains more in winter. I don't know. It isn't striking me as snow. So yeah, we're just gonna have a very, very slippy track, but not specifically snow covered. I think you'd still probably cancel the race though. Like, if it's this bad and it's threatening to be snow, I don't think the race would continue. Because this looks... ugh. I wouldn't want to be driving in this or racing in it. If I jump to the in-car cam... yeah, that looks scary. Wow. I do not like this weather. Flip back. There we go. Brakes. But yeah, it's not too bad. I've certainly not span out yet, which I'm saying it's about 2 minutes in. I'm definitely going to spin out at some point during the 90 minutes that we've got. But let's try and just make our way up the field in this torrential looking weather. I can't believe this is the last championship. I've really enjoyed this game. It's been really fun. Those guys tussling behind position. Then we've got the 2 blue R390s in first. See what I can do with those guys. Started off on quite a bad race for me because I don't know this circuit too well. It's got that kink there behind, which is just well, it's over crest, and I can never find the apex for it. I haven't been to the Lemans circuit this entire series, which is very strange. I'm trying to find a nice space to zoom past these guys, but I'm struggling. Maybe I'll just get them on the straight here. Brakes. Oof. Good thing I hit the brakes because those guys did. Let's see if I can get them on the straight here. Behind me, don't have to worry about them. They are side by side. They're going to be slowing each other down. Not sure what the one on the left's doing, weaving all over the place. I'll hit the brakes. I don't want to take both of them in one corner. I'll have to stay wide. Oof, it's going to be tricky to get past these two. No, we're all just in one big slipstream train. Although I don't know if you want slipstream. Oof, sugar. I thought I was to the side of him, that's my bad, sorry. I was going to say, I don't think you want slipstream on this because you just catapult yourself off the course. Let's try and go to the inside here. Got one of them. Yep, he's slotted in behind me. That's one down. We'll see about getting the... is it number 33 in front of us? I'm not sure. We'll see about getting the other R390 in a second. Shouldn't have to worry about the other one now, at least. He is very close. Let's see if I can get you on this straight. So I'll hit the brakes here. I'll take the inside, thank you. And that'll do it. See about if he tries to come back or not. Nope, I've gone wide. Like I said, I struggled to find the apex on that one. Looks like it's going to be a closer race, at least. Certainly closer than the last one with the McLarens. With the Shiro coloured McLaren, rather. Got a bit of a gap now, that's better. Right. Now I can try and settle in and try and get some laps in before we come to pit in. As I say, the tyres aren't going to be the issue is going to be running out of fuel. We are going to have to pit at least once. Yeah, we've got a nice bit of a gap now. And there's at least 3 groups of drivers on the field. That is the group with the R390s and the McLarens and such. The 3 Vipers, I imagine, on the second group. And then it's all the Porsches at the back. There's like 3 tiers of races going on, which makes it a lot more interesting. You know, I like the idea of there being back markers to overtake, which are a lot slower than me. It gives you a little bit more to do over these longer races, and certainly more to do over an actual Le Mans race when you're doing some 50, 60 laps or something or whatever. I'm not sure how long a Le Mans race actually is in lap times. They're always measured in the number of hours. I'm going to aim to do some of the Le Mans races, but that'll be sometime in the future for this game. I don't intend on doing them straight after this one. I intend on taking a break on this game and starting a series on something else. What that is, I'm not going to tell you yet, but I have something in mind. I have a game in mind. It's not a Dreamcast game, it's a PlayStation 1 game. And I won't narrow it down any further than that. But you'll probably see teasers for it on my Twitter, if you're following me on there, because I'll probably post little clips of it and images before I start it up, doing me. So on to lap 5 now. We're up on our lap times for this lap at least. It looks like the band of Porsches has disbanded. One of them has decided to carry on whilst the rest of them have all pitted. Which is a little bit irregular, but I'll live with it. But yeah, I'm not seeing this as like a winter challenge. It's very murky, but I don't think it's any worse than the weather that we had when we were driving the competition McLaren in the last episode. So I can live with this. This is fine. And I know it's going to be mostly like this the whole session of the whole championship. So at least I know what to expect. Bad weather. I'll see if I can pit on lap 7 going into lap 8, and then we can just pit the one time if I can. Because for now I think we'll have enough petrol. Ooh, Porsche, what are you doing, Porsche? No! What was that? I was approaching at immense speed. Why on earth did you go over me? You should have seen me coming, surely. That was a little bit dumb. I had the racing line and you should have really just stayed where you were. Okay. Past him now, whatever. But that was definitely not how that works. I think the band of Vipers has now pitted in. All three of the, I think it's the Team Orica Vipers, I'm not sure. Yeah, all three of those have pitted in. And it looks like another band of racers has pitted in as well. So are they going to pit twice? If so, I've got pit advantage as well, which is quite nice. We're going to end up miles in front. I didn't intend on this. Never mind. Someone did talk to me in the comments about how to sort of extend my fuel by using the triggers and just generally keep myself going for a little bit longer. Whilst I'd love to try that, I don't want to get into too much of the technical side for this run of the game. But I might come back to this game later and try and do the championships on hard mode, since it's now been suggested that I do. And then we'll experiment with trying to learn how to do the triggers properly. Because I did try and learn how to do the triggers with this game, but they just did not feel very good. I don't know what it is. Some games, really, the triggers felt quite nice, but this didn't really feel correct to me. But I'll give it a go. I don't know when, but we'll come back to this game when I feel a bit more confident with it. Maybe once I've done some of the longer Le Mans races, and we'll try and do the championships again in expert mode, using the triggers so that I can keep some fuel back and maybe skip a pit in or something. But yeah, that's covering my subject on the triggers with this game. Other games I like using triggers, to name definitely Richard Burns, and definitely games where fuel low. Definitely games where you don't have to worry about other races, like rally games. I quite like using cockpit view on those kind of games as well, just because you haven't got to worry about people trying to overtake you on the left and right hand side all the time. And generally you don't get a mirror when you're in cockpit view or bonnet cam. I don't think you do with, oops, sorry. I don't think you do with this game anyway. No, you don't get a mirror with this game on either camera. So it's just a little bit more awkward when you're using mounted cameras. Let's hit the brakes, roll into here. I fitted right when I wanted to. We're going to go to wet tyres, we'll refuel all the way, and I'm going to have my first sip of coffee for this episode. Oh, dear me, that's nice. That hit me. Righty, so we are over a minute in front, which is quite nice. And we'll see about making the rest of this fuel lap the whole race. I mean, last the whole race, not lap. Right, fill her up. Whole thing, thank you. Lovely. So all the Porsches have come back round. I will get on the accelerator and we'll get ready to race. don't know where the other racers that I'm racing against are on the map, to be honest. I don't know which group they are now. I think they're the group lowest on the map, just coming around the little wiggle at the bottom of the course. I think that's the... Whoa! New tyres! New tyres! Wow! Wow, that, despite the graphic not saying there's any difference in the tyres, wow. That was a bit of a slip at the start. I guess they're cold. Well, there should be. This is a allegedly winter challenge, so they should be cold. We'll see if we can catch up with the Porsches. Definitely going to be a bad lap, and that's because we spent about 30 seconds rather than 30 minutes in the pits. What happened, guys? Did we stop for dinner? Yeah, we spent a few seconds in the pits, so we're definitely not getting a good lap time this time. I think I'm going to focus on trying to catch up with the back markers. There are the brake lights of one of the Porsches just slipping around that corner. We are still 28 seconds in front, so that's not too bad. That's quite comfortable, actually. So we'll get around this one. It's a funny... Nearly lost the back end again then. It's a funny corner, that one, because it's over crest, so the car sort of loses a bit of its weight halfway through, so the weight transfer goes a bit funny. There are the tail lights. There's my target. Let's see about catching up with those guys. We are really carving through the water. It's definitely not snow though, so I don't know why it was called a winter challenge. Maybe it'll snow during some of the later races in this championship. Maybe they'll ramp up the difficulty. Like, we've started off with a sort of a wet, rainy, maybe sleety race, I'm not sure. But then maybe the next race will be somewhat snowy, and the race after that will be full on snow. I've no idea. Just depends what it does. If there isn't snow, I'll be quite disappointed, because that's what I was hoping would happen. But then again, you honestly would not race these cars in snow. You want the rally cars. You want a snowplow. Can we race snowplows in Le Mans 24 hours? Probably not. Alright, we've got a lot of cars to weave our way through. I'll go up the inside of this one, and maybe the next one? No, that was a bit of a push, sorry. I'll stay behind him. We'll try and take him at this corner. Yeah, we'll go here. It's a bit of a push trying to get both of them in the same corner. I apologise for that one. So we'll get around these guys. We'll hit the brakes because we're going to slam into the back of him otherwise. Get around this guy. Now we've got a bit of a gap until the next set of cars. Did not hit the brakes quite hard enough for that one, but it's okay. We made up for it. We're doing fine anyway. We're at least like a minute in front or something. Another group of cars has pitted. That might be the ones going for me. So we are quite comfortable. We're down on our laps, but I had a shoddy first sector. I'm still having quite a shoddy first sector. I've got to figure out how to drive this car again. Kind of daring picking the Panoz because in every other championship so far this car has disliked me. So driving it for the last championship is kind of well, kind of tempting fate. If the car spirals off the course, it's not me, it's the Panoz twins getting their own back on me for I don't know what. They just always like to knock me off the course in previous ones. I'm referring to the episode of the green R390 where both the Panoz decided to just bash into me and shove me off the course. I think I've touched every piece of grass possible in this lap. So I've wasted my clean lap because now we've got back markers to deal with again. Never mind. Apparently that was my new best anyway, so I don't know how that worked. But yeah, now we're going to have some cars to deal with. I think it's the Vipers. That is at least one of the Vipers anyway. So we'll have to weave past all these snakes. Get past that one, easy enough. Quite like the Vipers, they're quite good looking. I remember driving the Vipers a lot in Gran Turismo. Used to use that car quite a bit. Get past both of them? Yeah. Well, that wasn't much of an issue, and we're still on for a green time, so we're okay. Lots of cars down the bottom of the screen, bottom of the course rather. I think a couple have pitted in again now. So righty. We'll get up here. I've taken the wrong side entirely for that course. For that corner rather. That was a little unfortunate. Kind of hard to tell sometimes because of the fog. Still up for a green time though, so that's okay. The brakes there? Yeah, about there. We've lost the back end, but it's not too bad. I can save it. It's fine. It does look like terrible weather. I certainly would not be racing in this given the choice. Oh dear. So we'll pass a few of them in the pits, we might even pass all of them. Ooh, we nearly got the record! 1.316. Wow. Just 0.6 off. And that's in the torrential rain. Is this where I set the one with the McLaren though? I might have done. I don't know. I think this might be where I set it with the McLaren, so that doesn't really count for anything. I don't know. We had a little bit of slipstream help from the Vipers, I imagine, but nothing crazy. I still think the records are definitely set in a Toyota GT1 or something. That's got to be what they're set in, or a Silk Cut Jag or something. Which is in this game, and the Sauber, but I haven't unlocked them yet. We're going to have fun with those cars once I get into the Lemans stuff. I attempted to hold off taking a break from this and do the 10 minute and the 30 minute using the GT1 and then the blue R390 just for complete nostalgic purposes. Gran Turismo. Might do that actually. Don't know. Look out for that one in the future. Ooh, mate, I'm on the outside. Obviously didn't see me. Let's see if we can catch some Porsche. We're catching the Porsches again, which is a bit weird. That was a 132.2, so not an improvement. I did flop up a little bit, not a crazy amount. Might have to get used to the triggers as well if I'm doing, if I'm trying to do best laps. But again, I don't know if it awards you the car if you're in the middle of the championship, but I know there's cars available for winning these. Maybe I'll have to do an episode on trying to grind out the time trials, see how we do for that one. Just get really good at the courses. It's just kind of a waste. I should have done that beforehand if I wanted to do things on expert mode, but maybe that'll build us up to expert mode as well. Like a very long series of Lemans videos. I've no idea. But I want to take a break from this at some point to play something else. Because I've got lots of games lined up that I need to do series on. There's always more games that I keep finding that I want to put more time into and see where they go, see what they're like, and basically just see what I missed out on when I was a kid, because I did not have a Dreamcast, I did not have Lemans 24 Hours, I didn't own this game, but I'm really enjoying playing it now. And that's the whole point of this channel, to be honest. Just finding games that I never played and playing them. And seeing if I like them or not. I'll play through some games that I've played before too, though. I mean, quite recently, the video before this, I played G-Surfers. And that is completely different to this game, I know, going off on a wild tangent here, but Yeah, I played that, and that was a childhood game to me. That was before I knew of F-Zero, because I never had the GameCube. That was PlayStation 2's sort of F-Zero counterpart, which was absolutely very speedy indeed. Oh no, we're running out of fuel. Am I going to have to pit? Oh no. Bother. I've got one lap more than I need. Should I stick it out? I'll swap to the... I'm going to swap to the triggers. This is an experiment now. I'm going to swap to the triggers, and I'm just sort of going to... not coast, but sort of just try and conserve fuel if I can. So I'm not coasting this, but we're going to see if I can make the fuel last by just using the triggers. So this is going to be a slow lap, but I'm just going to see if I can just hold off on eating fuel if I can. This is going to be interesting. If I do run out of fuel, it's not the end of the world. The car will still move. It's a bit Arcadian that, but the car will still move. It'll just get to its top speed a lot slower. I think it tops out about 90 miles an hour. So if I can conserve fuel, then that would be better. But I have no idea. You'll notice that Shiro is now not vibrating because he is rigged to the X button, or whichever button it is on the Dreamcast controller that does the accelerating. That's how I make him wiggle. Give the idea of him racing. So I might just stick it out with this this Viper or something, I don't know. I'm a bit far away to get slipstream now. We are very low on fuel, but we might just make it. If I just stick with this Viper and follow him, then he'll be cutting through the air. I don't know if the game visualizes even does that, but he'll be technically cutting through the air, so he'll be lowering the amount I have to do to keep going. We've made it to the straight. I think we've run out of fuel now. Yep, 75 miles an hour, 74, 73, 72. But we made it to the finish. Oh dear. I think we just roll to a halt slowly. Yeah. We might have run out of fuel, but we did finish the race. Oops. We did it. It was a little bit close. That was a bit of an experiment there at the end, but it was fine. We had enough time to play with it and find out if that worked, and it did work. So using the triggers rather, does lessen the amount of fuel you use to a degree. So the black McLaren came second, and the two blue R390s came third and fourth. So our current rival is the black McLaren. And we are on to race 2 at Bugatti. This is I think it's a slightly shorter lap, so we shouldn't have that fuel problem this time. We're gonna keep to wet tyres because there are no snow tyres, and we are going to race. Race number 2. Okay. Oh, I can't believe we ran out of fuel. What a joke. And we just slowly going to a halt. Right. I don't know if this is worse. I can't tell. It certainly doesn't look coherent. Alright, we're off. We're very much not well off the start there, but I was trying to use the trigger to not lessen the amount of fuel, but lessen the amount of wheel spin we got off the start of the line. We shouldn't struggle for fuel this time. It's actually a slightly longer lap, actually, I'm wrong. I should be using the triggers then, but I'm not too confident with them. I'll keep it as it is. To be honest, we could pick twice and still win, so it's fine. Maybe I'll try and conserve fuel again, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. For now, we're just going to try and weave through the Porsches and not crash off the side. Ow! Hello? There's a corner here. If I'm braking for it, you gotta brake for it. I might have been a little early, but... Right, so we'll try and weave past a couple of the Vipers. Yep. That was a little bit daring, but we did it. Got this song again, which is turning into the song that I associate with this game. Sort of the stressful sort of theme that gets as it drives. Okay, so we're past all the Vipers, that's fine. And now we're going to try and catch up to the top tier, the McLarens and the R390s. I think that's all that's in that team anyway, I'm not sure. There's 6 of them in front, and I know there's at least 2 McLarens and at least 2 R390s. What are the other cars? I can't remember. No, I can't remember at all. We'll find out anyway when we catch up. Yeah, this is a slightly longer lap. I'm going to say we pit twice. We might pit at 6 and 12. Ooh, sugar. 6 at 12, 6 and 12, and get maybe 80 fuel, so that we have a bit less weight, and then maybe that'll make up for it. I'll improve the lap time slightly. Because having less fuel makes the car lighter, and having a car lighter means better lap times. We're not quite as caught up as I was hoping, but it's only lap 2, we're fine. I expect it to be a bit closer by this time. Maybe they've put the pedal to the metal. Maybe they're actually going for it this time. We'll find out. Here's one of the other cars. Nope, that is the... Is that the green R390? I think. That one's usually lagging behind a little bit. I'm not sure if that one's specifically a bit slower, but I think it is. I'm not sure. But we'll see if I can catch up with the Panoz here. We're going to hit the brakes about there. I will follow. Up on my previous lap, which is nice. But we should be, because it was a standing start. So I should be improving at least. I should hope so. Right up on the back of this guy now. I'll see if I can get him as we come up to the, well, as we go through this straight. Maybe not, actually. We're struggling to catch up. Brakes, we are not alongside, we are now. Just trying to find a nice gap to get past him. I would like to be getting past and getting on with catching up with the leaders, if it's all possible. Currently we're quite stuck. Get up the inside here, and maybe out drag him, I don't know. Mate, excuse me. There's enough space for 2 of us if you just let me have some space. Don't force me off. Thank you. Little kiss on the side for good luck, I guess. And then he's gonna... No, he didn't hit me in the back. Thank you. How far is he off? He's miles off now. Okay. Right, we're past him. Phew! That took a lot of work. It was a bit tense. I thought he was going to force me off the track, but he didn't, thankfully. I'm hitting the brakes way too early for that chicane, but I'm not very confident with it because it's got no bumpers on either side of it. We'll see if we can catch up with the other cars. We've got the Shiro coloured McLaren in front of us, which is following one of the blue R390s. Oof, bump! Blimey. That's a bit of a pop. Is that one of the blue R390s? No, it might be my other Panoz. Yes, it's my other Panoz. Sugar. Brakes. Not at the inside yet. So yeah, it's this group is also joined by the green R390 and another Panoz. I wasn't paying full attention last time. Get up the inside. That was a little bit daring. I apologise. But we're okay. We won't have to worry about them now. See if I can get past the McLaren. So I'm on the inside. He's forced me onto the grass. This is a bit tight. There we go. Thank you. Whew. And we'll see if I can catch up to the remaining cars, which is the other blue R390. And no, wait, we haven't taken over any R390s yet, apart from the green one, so that's both the blue R390s in front of me. It's taken quite a bit longer to catch up, to be honest, which is a bit worrying, but we should be fine. Then we're lap 4 now. I want to pit on lap 6 to 7, and then lap 13 to 14, I think, something like that. See? I intend on pitting in twice anyway. Because if they pit in twice, I may as well do the same, just to make things a little bit, not closer, but just to make things a little bit fairer. It makes sense to. Especially when I have the advantage of like being the player rather than being the AI. Let's see if I can get up to these guys. I mean, as long as I pit after lap 5, I'm fine. So it doesn't really matter too much when I pit now, but I'll stay out as long as I can. I want to at least have the lead by the time I pit, just for the sake of Sugar. Why is he hitting the brakes whilst coming out of the corner? Now I better go back into the slipstream because we've lost all the momentum. Nowhere to go there. Can I carry some speed through here, maybe? No. No, we're just equaling out. Back in. And then back out here. Yep, there we go. That'll do. Oof. That was a little close. Again, we got past him. Blimey. One group of cars has pitted in. I think that's the group of Porsches, since there's quite a lot of them. It's a bit wide on the chicane, but I think the car in front just went off of its own accord anyway, so we're fine. We'll hit the brakes. Funny apex there, not even an apex, I completely missed it. I'll go up the inside of you. You're not going into the pits, I wondered if you were. And there we go, we've actually taken the lead. Taken a while to do, but we got there in the end. This is the last championship, so it should be difficult. So I don't mind it being difficult getting to the front, it's okay. And now as soon as we get to the front, we've also got back markers to deal with because we've caught up with the Porsches. The opponent in second will also have Porsches to deal with as he weaves through them. So we'll have to see how well he manages to get past. I don't know. I mean, they're definitely slower. But we'll have to see how he does with taking over. He has managed to get past that Porsche. His lights are blue and the Porsche's is more of a warm orangey glow, so he has managed to get past that Porsche. That's not too much of a worry. We'll get past this one. Easy peasy. And now I've got another back marker between me and him. So we'll see if he can stay behind that for a bit longer. Meanwhile, I'll try and get past onto the grass, eek. I'll try and get past these two. He's still behind that Porsche. I'll try and get past these two Porsches. I'll stay on this side. Then we'll hit the brakes about here. Please don't pile into the back of me, thank you. And now I've got two cars. He went off completely. Whoa! That was him. That was the blue R390. He went completely off the course. Okay, so that gives us a bit more space. Lovely. Yeah, he's about 6 seconds behind now. That helps out quite a bit. Thank you. So we'll stay out for at least one more lap. Yeah, we'll do this lap and then we'll pit in. Because I imagine him spinning out means that he's probably low on tyres, which is kind of weird considering that these tyres don't really degrade that badly. Maybe those guys are picking a different type of tyre, they're picking intermediates, I don't know. But these tyres are definitely lasting for me, so I'll stick with these. Right, a little less stressful now, because I don't think he's right behind us. I think he's probably either pitted in, or we've got a nice gap to him now. Our fuel is low, so we'll be pitting in. But we'll try and make this lap as nice as possible, just so that we can have a little bit of a gap when it comes to coming back out on the same lap as him. Meanwhile, we'll try and take over one of the Vipers. Ooh, sugar. I slightly miscalculated the size of my car again, sorry. I swear the hitboxes for these cars are a little bit bigger than the actual cars, because I didn't feel like I hit him then, but I did obviously. Never mind. Put the brakes around there, that's where the R390 flew off the course. And that was nice of him, glad he did that. It's very, very kind of him to give us a little bit more leeway. Get up the inside of this one, we've got 46 seconds, so he definitely pitted in. We are now going to do the same. So turn onto the pit lane. Whoa! That is very tight. And we'll stick to wet tyres, and we'll keep it at 100 actually. Sorry, coffee. Yeah, we'll keep it at 100, and then we'll pit in again on, I don't know, lap 13 or something. I don't know. Probably should have lowered the amount. Never mind. Didn't think about it. But we'll definitely not be able to sustain the fuel all the way around again. That was a bit of a joke. Might try it though. Right, on the accelerator, please don't scrape the wall. Thank you, didn't scrape the wall. And we'll head back out. I imagine the dot right at the bottom of the course now is the one that's chasing me. So we've got no one between us, but that'll soon change because I'm just going to start passing all these Porsches again. It'll slow me down, but it'll slow him down as well. And the hope is that it'll slow him down more. We'll see though. I've no idea. He was doing quite well weaving through, until he span off course obviously, but I don't think that was weaving through's fault. I think that was under his own accord because he was low on tyres or something. Yeah, we're only 12 seconds ahead now, but that's okay. We won't hit the brakes. And get round this Porsche. Wasn't very clean, but whatever, never mind. Okay, the lights on these cars are more blue. White, like a bright white, and those guys have more of an orange glow to their headlights. I quite like that on the GT300. I'm jumping back to JGTC again, or Super GT. Yeah, I quite like that on the lower class of race cars, having the yellowy orange headlights. They look great on modified cars, personally. I saw one the other day. Driving home from work, I had yellow headlights, and I was like, that looks nice. It was an RX-7 or something, I'm not sure. Couldn't tell. Because it went by that fast in the other direction. Because obviously I saw the lights in the front, obviously. You know. They look nice with yellow lights. But yeah, we've got a few back markers between us now. These guys are really going at it. Let's see if I can get past them before they fight themselves off the course. So we'll sneak past here. Lost my tongue for a second there, sorry. We'll sneak past there. I have no idea which dot is second place now. It'd be nice if that dot was noted on the map. Like, I know when someone else is in first, other than me, they get a big arrow on their car. And then when it changes to me, it becomes the 1p that we have now. It'd be nice if the second place kept that arrow just to show which one is second. It would be nice to know. figure out where I am on the course. It breaks. Down the outside. Ow, sorry. I'm getting a bit sloppy at this, I apologise. Oh dear. So we've got a group of 3 cars in front of us now. I imagine that's going to be the Vipers. 15 seconds in front, that's not too bad. We're into lap 10. And we've got a little bit of a gap, so maybe I can set a nice lap time. Maybe. That'd be nice. Still thinking about when we ran out of fuel in the last one. It'd be nice if it told me fuel out or something, or fuel gone. Oh no, just comes up on screen. Oops. I feel a bit stupid, but we managed to make it to the finish okay. Up on this lap, that's nice. Up on the first sector at least. See if I can hold it together for the rest. This is the Vipers that we're going to have to deal with now. Whoa! Okay, I caught up a lot faster than planned with that guy. I wasn't expecting to catch up that quickly, especially as I was in a braking zone, but that's just how things worked out, I guess. It'd be nice if it showed me the total time. Like, it showed me the lap time, the record of the best lap. It'd be nice if I had another bit above the lap time that showed me how long this race has been so far, because I've no idea how long it's been. Just out of curiosity. These are definitely more Gran Turismo sized races now though. Ooh, I thought you were going in the pits, so I went to the outside. I would have gone to the inside otherwise. Never mind, I got round you fine. No, he went all the way over and went inside the line, so I thought he was going in the pits. But we're okay, we're fine, we lived. No need to make a mess of things by overtaking back markers incorrectly. A little bit of grass cutting there, but nothing too serious. And we've got a very nice gap in front of us now for the next group of cars, so I might be able to get a whole lap in without interruption. And we're about, was that 30 something seconds in front? Something like that anyway. So we're definitely fine. Another group has pitted in on this lap 11. It'll be maybe lap 10 for them. I think it's the Porsches. So yeah, that's lap 10 for the Porsches. So they won't pit in again now. I'll try and last till something like 13. And then just give it like half a tank or something just to make it to the finish. It's a pity that I've got to pit again. But it makes more sense to do so since the AI is pitting in twice, at least during this race. It only just levels the playing field a bit. It at least keeps the R390 on the same lap as me. It's not an outright deadly victory sort of thing. We're up on our lap times. I'm hoping I can put this one together. He says going right off the course at the end. Can I still put this one together? Ooh. Yes, I can. So there's room for improvement on that one because I went off the course at the end. But other than that, I don't think we're going to get close to the record. It's definitely set in a faster car than the Panoz. It definitely wasn't set in the extreme wet. To be honest, I'd forgotten entirely that we were in the wet weather. I'd just gotten used to seeing all this rain, and I wasn't really paying attention to it at all. That means I'm a bit more confident with it, which is nice. This I've gotten used to how the car handles in the wet. I've not managed to spin the car entirely yet, which is pretty good for getting about half an hour, 40 minutes in, something like that. I think we are. I don't know. I think I'm doing quite well anyway. We're up on this lap again. But we are going to catch up with these cars before the end of this lap, I think. I think we'll catch them right as we get to the finish. That's okay. They're only back markers after all, so we should be able to weave through them somewhat efficiently. I don't know. They are slower than us, so I should be able to position myself properly. But at the same time, we've seen what back markers can do in the past. They've certainly forced me off the course a few times. Yeah, it's no Porsche. So we'll try and get you positioned yourself right where I needed to go. Bother. That did not kill this lap, but it means that that lap can be improved yet again. I think I'm getting as fast as I can though with this car now. We can probably get under a 137. But we are starting to run low on fuel now, and we've got back markers to deal with in this lap. So I won't expect a better lap time this time. We'll go up the inside of this one and hit the brakes. Now we've got another Porsche to deal with here. Nice to be able to figure out where I am in the lap, I mean in the field, by just figuring out which cars I'm with. I'm at the back of the pack now because we're with the Porsches, and sort of the middle is the Vipers, and then we get into the stuff that's actually on my tier, as it were. Someone is all by themselves at the pit straight. Oh, I missed the braking point entirely. Ugh. I was down on this lap anyway, so that's okay. What I'm going to do is pit in on this one and just get a little bit more fuel. Just for the sake of not running out again, because it looked a little bit silly coasting across the start-finish line. It's about 70 miles an hour. Oh, here's the green R390. So we have managed to catch up to this field. As I say, we'll pit in now. I'll really hit the brakes so that I don't fly off the course entirely this time. And we'll grab a little bit of fuel. There we go. And I'll have some more coffee. Okay. Not sure which dot is the second place guy. As I just said, I wish that it told me. Fill her up. Well, not fill her up, but half fill her up. I'll get my thumb back on the accelerator. Don't scrape the wall, and off we go. So we've got no one to play with for a bit now. The car feels a bit different, to be honest, because we're on new tyres again. But I'll get used to it. It honestly feels a little bit different. That's kind of weird. It's like it's responding to inputs a little bit less. But it'll tighten back up again. It'll be fine. It's like when you get new shoes. New shoes always feel a little bit weird. And that's basically what this is for cars. It's new tyres, so they always feel a bit funny before they get worn down a bit and feel how they should do. Sugar. A little bit too far in there. So we've got 2 laps to go. Well, about 1.5 laps now. So we're coming to the end of race 2 now. We've got a minute 20 on the guys. We could probably pit again. We don't need to pit again, so that's fine. Not sure how many times the opponents have pitted. It'd be nice if it told me that as well. I think Gran Turismo does tell you, I don't know. Is there a game that tells you how many times the opponents pitted in during the race? It'd be interesting to know. It wouldn't really pertain to much, but I'd like to know, because I'd like to know if I was on the same pit strategy or not. At least this means that I didn't completely run out of fuel. Ooh, we're going to pass all the Porsches whilst this is in the pit lane. That's quite nice. So there they all are. 5 Porsches. And we are on to the last lap. Okay. I didn't really need to give it 50, but, you know, how it went. It's a pity I can't skip putting tyres on. I can't just give it a bit of fuel and go. This game doesn't do that, sadly. Just be like changing tyres to softs or hards. I can't tell it to say, hey, no tyres, just fuel, thank you. But I guess they didn't think about that when they made the game. They thought that you'd want to change tyres at the same time. It only takes like a split second more. it'd feel a little bit more involved if I was only able to do fuel. But, you know, it's just the little things. Otherwise, this game is really good. I'm really enjoying this game. Anyway, last lap. We're on to the back straight, as it were, before the chicane that has no bumpers on the inside. I've just realised this is going to be the last time we see some of these courses, unless I come back for time trial mode and get the cars in those. This is going to be somewhat the last time we see these tracks, because all the Lemans stuff takes part on the Sarv. That's quite sobering, in fact. Let's say goodbye to Bugatti, guys. This is the last time you'll see it. Found the final corner and to the line, and there we go. That's race number 2. In the pouring rain. No snow yet. The alleged winter challenge has not lived up to its name quite yet. We'll see how the last one looks. Okay, so where did everyone else finish? I know what the standings are for me, but where's everyone else? So second place, the black McLaren did not make it to the top, make it to second rather. The two R390s managed to keep ahead. So that shakes up the table a bit, because that means that they're both drawing for second with 9 points. That's quite interesting. And we are on to the last race. Last championship race, Donnington. It says it's going to be wet. As you can see, for the last time, we don't have snow tyres, so we're sticking with wet tyres. And off we go. So, if this one doesn't have snow, then the whole build-up I've done was for nothing. But oh well. I thought it was going to be snowy. The game fooled me. Yep, no snow, just thick rain. Right, yeah, throttle first, and then swap to that afterwards. We do not get off the start line very well. I imagine we're spinning tyres when I get grip. But yeah, no snow, just very bad rain. Or at least as far as I can tell. It doesn't feel like snow to me. Unless it's supposed to be like just like a slushy course or something, I have no idea. Someone will tell me. But yeah, we've got to make it through the field again, so got to get past all the Porsches. And I should be able to do that fairly easily. Oh, it's been a nice championship so far, despite the weather. So now we're on to something of a straight, so I can try and overtake some cars. I'll hit the brakes at around the 50 marker. I am at the inside, but they managed to take more speed than me, so I decided to let them go. And here comes that weird sort of squared off hairpin. Shocker, went a bit too far in. Very messy on that one, I apologise for that. Gotta get used to this course again. So hit the brakes there. We'll come around. And now we'll try and catch up with the Vipers. This is a much shorter lap than the previous 2 races, so maybe we'll be able to just pit once. That would be nice. We'll see. It's only a 1:18 on the record, so I should be a little bit in better stead. Maybe we'll just pit the once. We'll see. Hope so. Maybe the enemy will only pit the once. The enemy. Maybe the AI will only pit the once as well. We'll see. We'll find out. Brakes around there. Lots of cars in one very small space in front of us. Try and get at the inside of this one. And then try and take the other 2 as we come towards the chicane. No, we're too far back. I don't think we'll catch them in time. One of them's trying to overtake the other one as well. Right, we are on the inside, but we're going to have to yield. Try and get them on the way into the double apex hairpin, or the double-ended hairpin sort of thing. Hit the brakes there. I'm on the inside. It's a bit tight. There we go, that's all the Vipers taken care of. Lovely. That was not the apex for that one, never mind. And now we'll work on trying to catch up with the other group, top group as it were. I've just realised that this car is not technically part of, well, it's a GT2 car. It's not a GT1 car, so it shouldn't really be running with the blue R390s and that. But, you know, we'll just sort of, we'll allow for some discrepancies here and there for speed. I think we'll just go for the fact that it's on medium difficulty and not hard, being the fact that I can actually beat them. Otherwise, I think it would be somewhat impossible to try and beat the R390s in this car. I would love it if it let me pick the GT1, but it hasn't yet. But we'll be able to drive that in the Le Mans races. I can pick whatever I want for those, I think. Be a bit of a waste if it didn't. Be a bit of a waste of putting it in the game. We are quite a fair way behind, but it's only lap 3. We should be okay for catching up. Sugar. Did not find the apex there at all. I'm seeing the brake lights though, so we are getting somewhere. Brakes between the 100 and the 50 for that one. You have to sort of feel your way around that corner. You do with the hairpin anyway. Yeah, let's see if we can try and catch up. One in first is not quite clear of the others. Wow. Went into the grass. That's my bad. Hopefully in 15 laps I can learn this course somewhat. Whoa! Don't spin out. Don't spin out. No one behind me. Oh, goodness me. Come on. Losing my rhythm here. Spin out. Because I'm pushing, trying to catch up sooner. I don't need to push, we've got plenty of time. I should be fine. I might not be in first by the time we pit in though. I need to brake a bit sooner than that. Oh dear. That is not how you do that hairpin. We are catching to a degree, we're at 6.3 seconds now, but not how you do that hairpin at all. Come on. Get into the rhythm. Brakes around there. You know, I'd say maybe the tyres are starting to fail me, I don't know. They shouldn't be. They're still green. Should be fine. We can catch him. Yeah, I think I'm catching slowly now. Let's not go into the grass here like last time. Brakes around there. Don't even know what we're catching up to now. There's 2 cars battling for position in front of us. 3 seconds off now, so we are catching, so that's fine. Lovely. Also up on the lap time, which is great. Yeah, we'll get him, we'll get him. We might not get him before the first pit in. I have no idea. Let's try and brake a little bit earlier for this corner, something like here. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, it's the Panoz and the R390 who are jostling for position here. We'll try and get the side of our fellow Panoz. We're not going to try and get up the R390 as well. That's a bit ambitious, trying to do 2 cars in one corner. Try and do him here. Get the brakes around here. I'm on a tight line, but it should be okay. Yeah, lovely. And that puts us into 5th by lap 6. That's a best lap as well. So maybe I've gotten back into this now. Said a few scruffy laps at the start, but might be back into it now, hopefully. It's weird that the bumper on that corner sort of disappears halfway through and then reappears. Because it disappears right where I try and go on it. So it's like it psychs me out sort of thing. Like, haha, there's a bumper here, no there isn't. Because it cuts halfway through that corner. Weird. Maybe I'm finding the apex at the wrong time on that one, and that's why the bumper disappears. Well, logically that would be why anyway. Catching up with the black McLaren now, who has fallen a little bit behind the leaders. Brakes, a little bit too much. But I was afraid of going into the back of the car in front. Stay in the slipstream for a bit, come out, hit the brakes, late, get past that guy, and that puts us into 4th. I mean, technically, even if I didn't win this race, I'd still be okay for points, because I've won the previous 2. I'm not going to fit in yet. It looks like the others are though. That's a couple of free positions, thank you for that. In fact, does that put us into 1st? I've no idea. No, it doesn't. One car stayed out. Who stayed out? This is one of the Porsches. I doubt it's one of the Porsches that's winning. That could be a challenge. Try and do the highest difficulty in the slowest car, which would be one of the Porsches. That'd be quite funny. Right, so first place must be here. It must be that car. I'd be interested to see what it is, but I am going to have to pit quite soon. Nope, there it is. There's first place in front of this car. I'm going to see if I can stay out for this lap unless it gives me the fuel low, because I want to get past this guy before I pit in, and we're going to pass him here. Or at least I'm going to try to. Brakes, go around him. I nearly went into the back of him, but made it. So that is first, but he's obviously right behind me now. I'm going to stay out for one more lap, just so I only have to pit in the once, hopefully. It's going to do the fuel low very soon. He's gone into the pits though, just so his blue headlights go in. So, should be okay. Should go. Sorry about that. And we'll try and make something of a lap out of this one. Well, as much as we can. The fuel, we are pitting in this lap. We'll try and be as fast as we can for this little segment here. Damn it, we're down on our time. It's not conducive for a good free lap. I don't know, maybe he'll pit in on lap 14 or something, since he pitted in on lap 7 and we're pitting in on lap 8. I've no idea. What about you? Brakes. I think it takes less braking when we've got less fuel, which is logical. Still down on our time. We're going to have to pit in though. So we will. And I'll take a full gallon of fuel, a full tank of fuel rather. I doubt it's just a gallon. I don't know how much the Panoz can actually hold in fuel, but it'll be enough. So we'll head in, keep to wet tyres, or we'll refuel to 100, and I'll have my last sip of coffee. Okay, get them tyres on. Fill her up for the last time. We might get overtaken, I don't know, we were very close. He might be one of the dots that's just coming around the last hairpin now. He might be right there. That is a blue pair of lights there, so he might be right there. It might be him. So we'll try and keep things on the road if I can. Don't try anything stupid. probably him in second now. Can't tell now, the lights are... well, the car's too far away to appear properly. He's 6 seconds behind. It's not a great lead, but you know, we'll have to live with it. Let's see if we can get some back markers between us. See if I can put some of these Porsches in front of us between each other, and then we've got a bit more of a chance. Because if I've got a weave through him, he's got a weave through him. We'll try and take one here. Yeah, up the inside of that one. 7.5 seconds now, so we are sugar. Excuse me. Sorry. Brakes on that one. I apologise for bopping that one in the back. Not my intention. So yeah, now we've got a few back markers between us. We'll try and add some more during this lap. We'll get around this one quite cleanly. Thank you. A little bit of grass cutting, but it's okay. It barely slowed us down. And we'll try and get this one as well as we come onto this sort of curving corner here. Where can I go? Up this side? No, he's going to bash me. Sorry. That was terrible. None of us went off course though, so we're okay. I thought there was going to be enough space on the inside there, but that was completely my bad. Now I've got a little bit of a gap before this last one. Hit brakes. This definitely takes a lot longer to slow down now that I've got loads of fuel in the car. I wouldn't mind if my lap time started showing green again, because then I'd think I'm actually doing something proper. Let's see if I can improve during this one. 11 seconds. So we are pulling away. We're doing fine. We can relax a little bit now. We'll get past this Porsche on the straight. And now we've got a nice gap until we get to the Vipers. So let's try and make use of that and make a lap time out of it, maybe. It's been a very somewhat stressful third race, trying to get to the lead. Though the Bugatti one was quite interesting, trying to strategically put back markers between us. What it's like though in real racing, you have to try and like put cars between you so that they have fun trying to get around them. It's all strategic stuff. It just makes the whole race a little bit more interesting. You get to play mind games. Of course, I've got to weave through them as well, but if you can get through them easier than the other guy, or if you can even time when you get past them so that they have to get past them at a worse time, you know, it's it just makes things a little bit more interesting. So that wasn't a very good lap. Well, this isn't a very good lap rather, because we're down on the second half. I don't know what I did wrong. Someone's gone into the pits now, so that saves us trying to overtake them. That is a better lap. Yay, thank you. I must have improved in the third sector at least. Lap 12 now. So one of the Vipers, or at least some of the Vipers, pitted in. And then this one stayed out. We'll probably catch it. Whoa! Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, this isn't going to be a better lap time. Not with that happening. And what happened then? We just lost it entirely. Not a clue. We'll still be catching up to that car though. Not sure what our gap is, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know which dot is going to be the guy now. 20 seconds, okay, so it is that group behind me on the map that is still chasing me. So we're not like a lap ahead, but we've got more of a comfortable lead now at least. Ooh, more grass. Oh, I'm losing it. Come on, I've got to keep it together for about for a few more laps. Well, it's an endurance race. Well, it's not really an endurance race. It's not a 50 lapper, but it is quite a few laps. It's certainly more than I'd normally do around this circuit. 15 is as big as the championships have gotten in this game so far. Although I'm looking forward to the Lemans stuff, but that will come at a later date, obviously. I've got a lot of track now until we bump into another car. I don't plan on pitting. I don't intend to pit anyway. We should be fine for pitting in, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. It's only like lap 13 now. We've still got like over 2/3 fuel, so we should be fine for pitting in. Sure, I've managed to conserve so much, but here we are. 30 seconds in front now. We are fine. I can relax. Brakes. And this one, it's not quite how you take that one, but it'll do. It's a strange corner, that one. I know it's only a hairpin, but it feels quite weird. Righty. We're on the next to final lap now. That was not an improvement, never mind. It was a little bit scruffy, that one. 31 seconds in front. I'll just see if I can make these last 2 laps count. See if I can get somewhere with them. What was that? Getting some more grass. This is honestly one of the courses that I'm not the best at. This is not my best course. I think I'm giving it a rather shoddy display, to be honest. But we're okay. I don't have to push hard. I'm fine. Miles in front. We've got a couple of red lights in front of us, so we'll have a couple of cars to play with now for this hour. Well, coming on to the final lap of the race. Just got to get around this hairpin and round the other corner. Somehow we're up on our time despite being down on the first sector. I'll take it. So we'll go out on that one, in on that one, sort of a very late apex on that one. Not sure what I'd call that one, to be honest. Put the brakes around there. That's a bit too close. We'll see if I can draft off this Porsche for a little bit. Best time, lovely. Onto the final lap. We can spend our final lap overtaking some Porsches. Let's see. 37 seconds. And then try and get around this one cleanly. He's in a very awkward position. Thank you. Obviously down on my time because I had to slam on the brakes so as not to slam into him. I'll come around onto the back straight for the last time. I'll say the back straight, sort of the second straight on this course. Hit the brakes so that we don't fly into the chicane. Hit the chicane nicely. And then we'll try and overtake one of those, and then one of the Porsches rather, and then not hit the R390 as we go round. Oops, sugar, we did bop a little bit there, sorry. And then we'll go around the final corner and take the victory. Hey! Yes! Woo! Lovely. And there's the fuel low. We could have done 16 laps. Honk! Honk! We did it! We did the championships. We did the winter challenge. And it didn't snow. so I'm slightly disappointed, but also slightly relieved that it didn't snow. Oh dear, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. What a great game. What a fantastic game. Lovely. So, Black McLaren did even worse. Number 30 came second. I think it's number 32 that we were dueling with for position. So, there we go. First place with 30 points. Second is number 30, R390. And second is number 32. So we will see the final standings. There is the last of my spirally trophies. And there we go. I can breathe a sigh of relief. I have really enjoyed this game, and I'm looking forward to come back to it when I do the actual Lemans events. What cars do we get? We get the other Panoz and the Audi R8R. Alrighty, and there we go. We've done it. We've completed all the championships in here. If I go into, where are we, progress? There we go. All the championships completed. All the cars unlocked. Lovely. So as you can see, we do get one for doing all the quick races. We do get some during the Lemans races, and we do get some for the time trials. So, next episode that we do on this game, we'll probably cover the 10-minuter and the 30-minuter in one episode, and then we'll do the 1-hourer in an episode after that. Following that, I've no idea when I'll do the 6 or the 24, but we'll have to see what happens. I might get some time to pick them in, I've no idea, but that's sort of future talk. Don't need to worry about that right now. I'm very happy to say that we have completed the championship mode. Thank you very much for sticking with me through all this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.